All right, let's do it. Welcome back, everybody, back to my channel. We're here for the second episode since we've been back. If you haven't seen my first one, go back and see my welcome back video of me welcoming you back to my channel. I mean, if you just hop right in on the second video, you don't know what you missed, and that's rude. You know, you just can't come in just hopping in the second video and not speaking it welcome back. You know what I'm saying? That's like walking in the house and not speaking to nobody. You liable to get hit upside the head with a pillow, a shoe, or whatever your mama can find that's closest to it. You never know what it may be. And she's willing to risk it all if you walk in this house and don't speak to nobody like you ain't got no home training. What's wrong with you? Who raised you? So go back and peep my welcome back video of me welcoming you back to my channel. Here we are again, second episode, and we got a good topic. The topic of today is, drum roll, we're talking about today how you are a direct reflection of your spouse. Let me run that back by you one more again. If you're dating, if you're in a serious relationship, if you're courting somebody, if you're just serious about anybody that you are with, and that's your boo thing, that's bae, that's bae, whatever you call it, you are a direct reflection of the person that you are dating and involved with. Now, this is an interesting topic because, you know, our generation, we make everything okay for whatever our reason. For some reason, we make everything okay. We make everything all inclusive, and we try to play devil's advocate on everything. But some things just need some clear understanding. And this is one of those topics within dating, in my opinion, that does. Because you are a direct reflection of the person that you're dating or that you're with. What does that mean? See, this is what I like y'all, because y'all always ask the right questions. So, what does that mean? Here's what it means. It means that when you are away from the person that you're dating, when you're away from your spouse, what you do and don't do, say and don't say, it not only reflects who you are as a person, your character, it reflects the person that you're with. It has just as much bearing on you as it does them. Even though they may not be around, even though they may not participate or did whatever it is that you done did. But it is a direct reflection of them as well as you. Because think about it. You know, my parents always told, you know, me growing up that, you know, you're our son and this is your family, this is your household. So we raised you up in this house. So when you go out in the public, you represent our name. You represent the Goss name. So when people see you, they know what we're about as a family. And they should know. It should be positive thinking and positive thoughts about you as a person, because you're an extension of this household. So we raise you up and groom you up to put you out in public and launch you out into society. So when they see you, they may never meet us, or they may not meet us at first. They may meet you. So you're the only representation of Goss that they know from this household. So it's important that you go out there and you act like you got some darn sense. That's really the conversation that we had growing up. But it's true. And it's the exact same thing. Another example. If you're in a team and, you know, there's a saying that goes, don't just play for the name on the back of your jersey, play for the name on the front of your jersey. Which means, you know, have team pride. Be a team player. Don't make it all about you. But even though you are a member of the team, what you do in the field of play reflects your other teammates. And it shows the character of the team. What you do off the field or off the court is also a reflection of the organization. and the kind of players that they want on their team, and people that they let in their organization. So even though you're an individual, you're still a reflection of the team. Even though you're an individual, you're still a reflection of your family when you go out in the public. Same thing when it comes to dating and being with somebody in a relationship. You are a direct reflection of the person that you're with. And it's one of those things that a lot of people don't agree with. I remember when I was on, Twitter, doing my Twitterings, and I had this conversation with somebody on my timeline, and they, respectively disagreed because they felt like that, you're an individual. So since you're an individual, you should be able to make your own decisions and do what you want to do, and it not be any problem. But here lies the problem. If you out here in public and you're in a relationship, and you out here in public and you acting like you single, and people know that you're in a relationship, it's gonna make them wonder, like, ain't they with so-and-so? Yeah, they with so-and-so. But why they out here acting like they not with so-and-so? Child, that's a good question. It is a good question because how it makes you wonder, like, so is that what they allow? Oh, that's the kind of girls you like, huh? Girls love saying that too. Like, they see who you used to date, or who you may talk to, or who you may even be friends with. Oh, that's the kind of girls you like, huh? Lord, we just friends. Relax. But yeah, you're a direct reflection. That's why it's important that you can't be out here just doing whatever you want to do, making your spouse look stupid, especially if they don't know what's going on, and you got people who know you're in a relationship, know that you're dating somebody or dealing with somebody, and what makes it even worse is they may know the person who you dating and may know them personally, and here you are out here just acting the fool, acting single. And so that's why I had to disagree with the person I was talking to on Twitter about this, because yeah, you are an individual, you can make your own choices and do your own thing, but when you're with somebody, it's just not all about you. It's a two-way street. So you have to consider the other person. You know what I'm saying? So you have to think to yourself that, I'm not dating myself. And I think about that often. When I'm in a relationship, I think about that often. Okay, Brandon, you usually do this, but I'm not by myself. I'm not dating myself. So let me try to do something different to consider the other person, how they may feel, how they may think about it, or how they may take it. So yeah, the person that was talking to me on Twitter about, you're an individual, you can do your own thing and not being controlled by anybody. You're not being controlled by anybody. You're just taking into consideration that the person that you're with, how they may feel about it, how they may react to it, and how it may look to them and in public, because you don't want to embarrass the person that you're with. So yeah, you can make your own decisions and do your own thing, but even in that, it's still not all about you when it's in the realm of dating and being with somebody. You know what I'm saying? So that's not gonna work. So you can't be out here acting a fool in public and acting the fool on social media and you with somebody. Like, we've all been through it. Social media is a trial and error period for everybody. Single, it really matters so much, but when you're in a relationship, social media is a trial and error period for every relationship. I'll make it to that topic later on in a future video on how social media can either make or break your relationship, and why it shouldn't even really make or break your relationship, but it can. It's important that you realize that when you're with somebody, you are a direct reflection of them, and you can't be out here just wilding. You know what I'm saying? Because there's pros and cons to it. There's pros and cons to it. If you consider your spouse, if you take the time out to think, let me not say this or say it this way, or maybe let me not do this because I don't want anybody to think that my spouse didn't pick a good partner because I'm out here acting the fool, and when they see me, they think of them. Because it happens. If I got a girlfriend and my girlfriend is out, and my boys, they see her and they see her out in public, and she doing something crazy, what's the first thing that they gonna do? No, they not gonna correct her. They gonna hit my phone and say, "Hey, Goss, your girl over here," and then it just goes downhill from there. That's what good friends do. They look out for each other. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happens. You know, but if you know, just do your due diligence and just consider the other person, how they may feel, or how it may look, what they may think, then you won't have this problem. And believe it or not, people think of the person that you're with when they're not around, when they see you more often than they think about y'all together. Because as soon as they see you, they be like, oh, that's Goss girl. Oh, yeah. Oh, you Goss girl. Or that's what they say. That go back to middle school, high school days. They don't even call you your name when they see you. You know, they call you whomever it is you dating. Or like, one thing that I never get is like, if I'm out with my girl and we're not together at the moment, but we're out together in the same spot, and somebody sees you and you just standing there kind of like looking around, they be like, oh, you looking for your girl? Like, no, I'm just minding my business, you know what I'm saying? But they automatically assume that you are, because when they see you, they think of the other person. So you gotta think about that in your head. You can't just be out here just acting crazy. And I've seen it before. You know, I've seen it before. I know some people who out there in the you know, the Twitter universe, you know, making some real skeptical tweets. Like, we know you in a whole relationship and we know who you with, but you still out here tweeting like you the world's most eligible bachelor or bachelorette. We not understanding, but hey, that's neither here nor there. I'm just saying, you are a direct reflection of the person that you are dating and who you are with. The cons, or the pros, right? What are the pros? The pros are, if you do consider the person, then it makes for a healthy relationship. They can trust you. You know, they know that you go out in public, you'll be a good representation of them and you all's situation. People will think highly of your spouse. They think highly of you because you sure do know how to pick them. Because every time I see her in public, with or without you, she's good. You know what I'm saying? Keeps your name out of gossip. You know, it's just a good reflection on you. Those are the pros. What are the cons? Oh, the cons is that it's like the opposite. You know, you look like you don't have a good judgment when it comes to picking somebody to be with. Because it's like, not necessarily how you let them act like this, because they grown, they can do what they want, and you can't control anybody. You shouldn't control anybody if you're dating somebody. You should never do that. But at the same time, we question your judgment, because it's like I said earlier, how girls be like, oh, these are the kind of girls you like. Same thing. It's like, oh, these are the kind of girls you date, dog. Like, I know what you stand for. And this is what you attracted to? Interesting. You know, it makes people kind of question your judgment and what is your standard? What do you allow? You know, how high is your standard? Because if you're, you know, not necessarily, like I said, allowing is such a strong word, but if you let them get away with it, kind of, you know, them being this way, that's not a good reflection on you, bro, because it makes you look stupid, it makes you look bad. You know, it makes you look like, what are you doing? Like, you deserve better. Somebody who can hold themselves down with or without you. Like, you know, like, it makes us question your judgment, and then it can drive a wedge between you and the person that you're dating, because you may not agree with their behavior, and they don't see, or they don't want to see it, and they don't want to try to fix it, and they keep doing what they're doing, and then it frustrates you. And it frustrates them because they don't want to hear what you're talking about. Then it just makes for an unhealthy relationship. And that's how it starts, and that's how it can start and how it can begin. And if it doesn't change, then it's not gonna last long. So the best thing is to just be mindful. Just be considerate. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I can't tweet this because I'm dating somebody who I'm serious about, or I'm in a relationship, and they see this. It's not gonna be good. Or you know what? I'm not gonna leave no heart eye emojis under her picture, because, you know, if wifey get a hold of this and she see this, or if we get back to her, it's gonna be World War III. Yeah. I'm sliding nobody DMs because I'm with somebody. And the worst thing is when you put your significant other on social media, and we know who they are and what they look like, and you still on the timeline tweeting crazy, other people, or you tweeting the opposite sex like you single, or you slide in DMs, you know what I'm saying? Ain't like it's like the worst thing, because the other person be like, hold on, come get your girl, dog. Or the other person should be like, sis, come get your man, he in my DMs. I see that all the time on Twitter. Like, girls be saying, sis, come get your man, he in my DMs again, Lord. Like, it's so funny, but it's true. So look, just be mindful, cut the confusion down. Just be mindful of the other person. Yes, you are an individual, you can do your own thing, you can do what you want, but you're not dating yourself. You are a direct reflection of the person that you're with, because when we see you, we think of them if you're by yourself, because y'all are like one. So y'all so close. You know what I'm saying? So just be mindful. Be considerate. Don't be out here acting like you ain't got no home training. As my mom used to tell me. You know? Just be grown. If you want to be single and do single things, then be single. If you want to be in a relationship, make sure you want to be in one before you get in one. And when you get in one, just be fully and totally committed to that person. And we won't have these issues like this one, like we're talking about. I know I've mentioned social media a couple times. We won't have that conversation, y'all, because social media, when it comes to relationships, is become very important, because that can break it all up quickly. So we're going to talk about that later on in a later episode. But for this one, let's be mindful that, look, you are a direct reflection of the person that you're with. Yes, you're an individual. You can do what you want. But be mindful and just be considerate. And let's just all just have healthy relationships and just like have black love all over the place. I'm not just discriminating against any other type of love. But as you can see, if you ain't noticed, I'm black. Duh. So of course I'm going to promote black love. Hey, white love, Asian love, Hispanic love, Middle Eastern love. Just love. Let's just have healthy love. Let's just do that. And one of the ways that we can do that is being mindful that, hey, what I do reflects my relationship and it reflects my spouse. That's simple. So, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, comment, share with a friend, repeat all that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting my YouTube channel. Deuces. We out.